G'day. Recently, in my community tab, I polled my audience, they're still getting over the pain, to ask how many people had air conditioners in their home. 75% roughly said yes. So here's a video I've been meaning to make for a long time, because a lot of people pay hundreds of dollars for a service for their air conditioner at home. I'm going to show you how to do it for free, and if you stick around, I'll show you an extra tip at the end, which may solve your air conditioning problems if it's not working. Now, depending on where you are in the world, it may be coming into summer where most people tend to have their air conditions looked at, or it may be winter. This little easy solution will help even with heating to a degree. So let's go check out how to do it. It's easy, just follow these simple instructions. So we've come inside and there's our aircon. You'll have to forgive these marks on my arm, they're temporary. They're from working on one of my cars the other day, replacing one of the drive belts and pulleys, but they'll pass. Okay, so I have no idea what to expect in here. It's going to be dirty, I can tell you that, because it's been a long time since I've cleaned them. Anyway, okay, so in this case, they might all open a bit differently. Let's pull it open. Whoa. Oh, they've even come in a sludge. Wow. Well, that's well truly overdue. Wow. I knew it. Well, we need to take that off anyway. Oh, the dust and crap in there. This may be an occasion where you do want to have a mask. Anyway, well, first thing, let's carefully look at that. That's filthy. Let's take these filters out. They all pretty well come in the same way. Well, she's very dirty. I obviously want to make sure the things turn off. Look at that. Wow. And this is what's recirculating in the room. You see why you need to clean them regularly. Every month, I'd say. Do the same with the other side. This is actually not even fitting in straight. Anyway, just be careful. Yuck. Oh, glad I did this video. So this would be a good time to vacuum everything out. Anyway, so with an ordinary paintbrush, a clean one, but it doesn't have to be a good quality one, what you want to do is carefully go through the fins there. And again, this may be where you might want to wear a mask if you're asthmatic or something. And just lightly stroke in between the fins there. Look at all the shit up there. Look at the filters, look. Look at them. Oh.
No wonder it doesn't work properly.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Okay, so you may want to try and vacuum this off. Whoa. But I'm just going to wipe it down with soapy water solution carefully. But anyway, back to the fins. Just go through there. Lightly give them a brush where you can reach, because it blocks up the fins otherwise with dust, as you can see. Oh, I can see the dust now. Now you don't want to go sideways on the fins because you will bend them. So just very lightly, take your time. There's no rush. Oh. You may even want to run the vacuum at the same time. So just get that in there. Sometimes some air conditioners have a little clip insert there. This one doesn't. Sometimes there's a filter in there, which in this case is gone, or never supplied, to be honest, and you can replace those as well depending on the make. So get some soapy water, which I've just mixed up. Throw a towel in it or something, wring it out tightly, because you don't want this to drip everywhere, and just as methodically as you can make sure the thing's turned off. It'll be safe enough to not turn it off outside, so long as you're careful. Don't put this inside electronics. And just give it a good old wipe over as best you can, but do not touch any of the fins there, because you'll bend them and they will ruin the efficiency. You can also open the vent if you want. To access inside of there, and just fix the lever part. Fix it in the downward position. Give that a dust over as well, carefully. Then a bit of a wipe. Don't bend anything, just be careful, take your time, and use light pressure. Don't go crazy on it, fellas and fellads. That's for you, Johnny. And once you're done, take the filters and cover outside, hose them off, then soap them up in the sink or somewhere, give it a good clean out. So you may want to check in the inverter outside to see if there's any leaves or blockages there. You can, if you don't go overboard, hose it if it's really blocked up. I suppose you could vacuum it, but anyway, while you're out here, there's, depending on your air conditioner, there'll be an overflow pipe. Now what I also like to do is, if you have something that's long and flexible, in my case I'm just going to use a flexible thing here, go up the tube and check there's nothing blocking it, because wasps and other creatures like to build nests in there, which may account for if you're getting any water coming out of the head unit inside the bedroom or wherever the air conditioner is. So make sure that's unblocked. Had some nice shots then of cleaning this and blowing all the dust off, but I forgot to record. That's life. Now it's raining. And to be thorough, put some soapy water in the sink and give them a wash. Then give them a final rinse off with clean water. Then out to the sun to dry. After you've cleaned them, put them out in the sun for a couple of hours to dry.
2 hours later.
So here we are, not perfect, but you can spend as much time or as little as you want. Now we're going to insert these filters carefully. Once again, try not to scratch these go over top. Try not to scratch the fins of the version of radiator coolant, version of the radiator in a car, because it will act detrimentally to the process. There's one. Put the second one in. In this particular one, it goes over a slot there on top. That'll depend on your manufacturer. Should click in there somewhere. That looks right, that looks right. And then once again, in this case, everyone's different, but these should disconnect. This one's a bit fiddly. More fiddly than the previous air conditioning. Well, that looks about almost right. And then we have that one, and you're right to go. This should help if you're an asthmatic as well, because you saw all that stuff that you were breathing previously. And as a bonus, you've just saved yourself possibly hundreds of dollars. And now I'll show you a trick that may solve your problem if your air conditioner isn't working. So just off to the side here, you'll find a kill switch, or whatever you call it, main cutout. That'll be connected up to your air conditioner. If you can see that, there's off, there's on. Try this as I was told this recommendation by an air conditioning place. Turn that off. Wait about 30 seconds and then turn it back on. Then go back inside and see if your air conditioning's working now. So I hope that helped you fix your air conditioning problems and solved a lot of problems with dirty filters, and saved you a ton of money too. If you like this video, please give it a like, consider sharing and subscribing, as it helps the channel out. Cheers. I'll see you next time.
From now on, I don't think there'll be the slightest trouble with your robot. Your domestic problems are completely solved.